We are back with Sarodi and Sarodi Co Limited, and I am very, very happy and I am buzzing. But I'll keep that for the end because most of you people, by most of the people, I mean my mom, my dad, and a couple of other guys who are like, oh, what the fuck is this guy doing with his podcast? Like, most of the people don't know what I'm talking about, so I'll keep that for the end. But I am very, very happy. I'm in a good space right now. I went to the turf yesterday, which was also very, very fun. Very, very much fun. I am the self-proclaimed goat of Kalwa. And I think if you watch me play, you'll say you're the goat of Kalwa. I was making this point at lunch with my whole family, and one of my cousins, he was like, oh, if you are the goat of Kalwa, then you probably don't get out during Eid. And I'm like, my God, you've been looking at a lot of memes lately, haven't you? I didn't say that because I'm never great at coming up with comebacks on the spot, but it's undisputable that I am the goat of Kalwa. And there's no better footballer than me in Kalwa, bar none. My cousin, so I was at the turf, and one of the guys at the turf happened to compliment him that you play better than Rahul. And I'm like, dude, even like people say Messi is better than Ronaldo, it does not make Messi better than Ronaldo. Ronaldo is Ronaldo. Fuck Messi. No. By the way, okay, I am going into football again. This is not where it's supposed to go. That I have saved it for the end because it's an amazing feeling to win sometimes, And we lost by 1 goal, by the way, yesterday. It was 13-12. I had a late winner. My cousin had a late winner. We were impactful players, man. I don't know what the fuck these other people were doing. I was just like standing at the end. I was just standing next to the goalkeeper. I was like eating popcorn with him. I was like, what is going on? How are you? All of that. And when the ball came, I was like, fuck off. Give me the ball. I scored. That's how I play. I don't put in the work, but I give them goals. That's why I call myself the goat of Kalwa. Because the goat of football also does the same thing, and he hasn't done that this season, but wait for it. Anyways, the football session was amazing. I loved it. It's been so long. By the way, I went in there. I went to the turf, and I wanted to piss so bad, but then I did not know if there was a washroom or not. So I put on the studs, and I asked one of my friends who had come if there's a washroom. He was like, yeah, there's one downstairs, but you can't go in there with the studs. And I was like, oh fuck it, I wore the studs. Now I don't wanna pee, fuck that. So I wore the studs and I went into the pitch, and 1 hour I played, and I shit you not, I really felt like I'm pissing my pants every time I made a run. I was like, I had all my hair, standing upright. Dude, it was like my balls were like, please go to the goddamn washroom. I need this right now. And I was like, no, I need to play. I've paid 160 rupees for this. I'm not going to waste any minute of this 1 hour on pissing or anything. I should have done it earlier, man. But the whole game, I was like clutching my balls. I was like, oh fuck, I need to go to the washroom. I missed a couple of goals because of that. And I don't know, something like the whole first half, the goalkeeper who was against me was like being shit. He was like very, very shit the whole first half. And suddenly something happened, and everything, got together like for them. In their service, I had to piss, and he suddenly became prime Neuer, prime Casillas, just stopping goals left and right, coming out of the box, just sweeping goals. I don't get it. What happened to him? It was beyond me. And by the end of the game, he was like, I told you, I was just there, they were all playing in the other half, and I was there just chatting with him. He's like, dude, you know what you need to do? Just shoot, man. I'll just move because I'm very, very afraid of the ball. You just shoot, you'll score. I'm like, which side are you on? He's like, I just don't want to be a goalkeeper. That's the thing. Nobody wants to be the goalkeeper, unless like you are the nerd of the group. The nerds of the group are always the goalkeepers. The fat ones are always the goalkeepers. Always, dude. The guy who has the bigger frame, the guy who's tall, you go to the back. Fuck off. He don't need you. The fat ones were always the goalkeepers. Back, at least in my school, no abilities. There is no need for you to have any kind of hand-eye coordination. You don't need to, have any control on the ball. If you are fat enough, if you, cross the 200 kilo, like 200 pound, I don't know, the kilogram pound calculation, I don't get it. But if you are over 70 kilograms, then you are a goalkeeper. That's the whole equation. And if you are like short, thin, lean, and you can run fast, that was the whole thing back in our school. If you can run fast, if you are fast enough, then you are playing up front. And playing up front was a real, it was really attractive to the girls back in school. I didn't get it. I think there is something to like scoring goals. Nobody wanted to be a midfielder when we were in school. Nobody was like, I want to pass the ball from the outside of my boot to find the guy in the box because it's poetic and it's beautiful and it's amazing to make play. Nobody was like that. Everybody wanted to be the finisher. Everybody wanted to score goals. Everybody wanted to be in the box. And everybody's like, I'm also a striker. Oh, you also a striker. Let's see who can run faster. Let's race, and whoever runs faster goes up top. He's the striker. There is no debate. The one who runs faster is the striker. No matter what your control on the ball is, no matter what you do in the box, no matter how many goals you score, if you are fast, you are a striker. That's how it worked in our school. The lift is working. That's the sign. There is no light in the lift, by the way. I am always scared to use the lift here because sometimes the light is just like, I'm going. And I don't know, my grandfather got trapped in that lift. He got trapped in that lift. I would have freaked out if I got trapped in that lift. I would have pissed my pants. But my grandfather was in there. I don't know how he was calm because he usually was like, he freaked out very easily. He just never showed it. He was always like, I'll wear the watch on the left arm and I'll be the man. He never showed it. But then immediately, like something goes beyond his control and he's like, oh, things are getting a little fucked. Are you guys noticing it or is it just me? He was in there. I think the only thing that helped him was an electrician was with him. So he was like, all right, let's calm ourselves. I don't know how he got out of that, but I don't have an electrician with him. I'll freak out immediately. I'll piss my pants. I'll shit there. I don't care. And my phone never usually has charge. And I don't get it. I don't get why there is a sign. Call here for emergency breakdowns. I'm like, I'm in the lift. There is no range in the lift. There's never any range in the lift. The lift is a cube. No, it's a cuboid inside of which there is nothing you can contact outside. You cannot contact outside from that cuboid. How am I, what am I supposed to do with that information? Like, what am I supposed to do with that number? Like, if I get out of this, I might call it. That's not how it works. I need it in there if I get trapped. And then if I get trapped, there is no range to call this person. Then what is the point of that number? the caution in the lift says, one of the things that it says is, uh, you know, I don't remember it correctly. Yeah. It said, avoid smoking in the lift, avoid smoking in the elevator, which was a very weird message, I must say. Like, avoid smoking. But if you really, really have to, then I go ahead. I don't like, if it's really necessary, if you can't take a dump, and if you really want to like light a smoke, then go ahead. But avoid. Try not to do it. And then there was something else right below it, and it was like very peculiar. I was like, why would you say avoid? Why would you choose the word avoid smoking? Like, no smoking. Don't smoke in here. Be strict about it. Like, I am assuming the kid who wrote the guy who wrote this was like a real pushover back in high school. Like back in school. I don't know why I said high school. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of American sitcoms, I guess. But, I don't know what this guy was doing back in school. Maybe like he was bullied very often, and he was like, every time he said something in the group, everybody would be like, fuck off, we don't. And he was like, okay, that's cool. Like, I think he was a little like me back in school, where he was pushed over very easily, and now he's out here writing, avoid smoking in the lift. I don't get it. Why would you use avoid? That's such a weird choice of words for something that is so important. Like, you can't smoke in the fucking elevator. Why would you use avoid? Okay. It's very weird, man. Some of these choices. I went to this restaurant, and every restaurant has, like, all these Indian restaurants, they have one thing in common. They either get the spelling of Shezwan wrong. Every restaurant has different spellings for Shezwan. I don't know what the at this point, even I don't know what the spelling of Shezwan is. What is it? SCHEZUAN. Did I get that right? I'll only know once this episode is done. I don't know how Shezwan is spelled, but I am sure of it. There is no restaurant in India that has got Shezwan right. SHEJUN, SHEZUN, all kinds of shit. I don't know. But this guy had got Chinese wrong. I don't know how you get Chinese wrong. It's a very, very straightforward thing to spell. Chinese is a simple thing to spell. But at least there is one. I think it has something to do with the taste. I judge a restaurant by its menu. If there's no, it's not the taste, I'll tell you, it's the cost. You can judge a restaurant by the spelling mistakes in the menu card. If there are enough spelling mistakes in the menu card, you can be sure that this restaurant will give you a bill that you can pay. If they get souffle right, if the restaurant gets souffle right, then you are fucked. Then you are fucked for life. You will never pay the bill in your life. You will get it in EMIs. This is 500 rupees this month. This is for one souffle. So never go to a restaurant that gets the word souffle right, Shezwan right. All these complicated words like croissant. You can't get that right and have a good price on your food. So look out for restaurants that have terrible spellings in their menu card. That's what I've realized. That's where I go on dates. I go on dates where they have all the spellings wrong, so that I can also make fun of the restaurant and then also pay very much less. So it's very smart. I have figured some things out that you really need to know in life. to progress. Anyway, we'll come to the great important news of the day. That is Manchester United won 3-1 against Arsenal. Absorb that. Take that in. Manchester United are on a run. 4 victories in a row, and Arsenal are fucked you on that. Dude, these Arsenal fans, they were so cocky before this game. We are Arsenal, man. We got Odegaard. By the way, Odegaard, he pushed Eriksen. And that's how you messed up a goal. I love it. It's amazing. Odegaard is the player of the year, man. Is he really? Gabriel Jesus. Of course, I can also score against Bournemouth and all these Fulham, Mitrovic. Oh my God, Mitrovic is a phenomenon. Okay, Mitrovic, my God, Damru Amru. He's amazing, man. Mitrovic is amazing. But these were the clubs you were like scoring against, and you were like, yes, we are going to win the Premier League this year. Like, dude, this was your first real test. Manchester United was your first real derby, and you messed that up. What does that say about you as a club? What a shit club, Arsenal. Oh my God, I just hope they don't go ahead and win the league after I say this, because then I will only clip it and I'll put it out there because I have no fans to clip it. But I'm very, very happy about this. Anthony scored the first goal. First appearance, scored the first goddamn goal. That's how you do it, man. That's how. And the way he celebrated it too, he was like, that's what I want to see, man. That's what I want to see from these players, like celebrating it with all the passion. Love it. And I've always wanted Anthony. Even before Ten Hag was signed, even before I had known what Ten Hag does, even before I knew Ten Hag was the manager of Ajax, I was always saying, get Anthony in this goddamn team. I have proof for it. I had told this to my cousin, and I have told this time and time again, get Anthony, he's amazing. And he made that first flick, I was like, yeah, this guy is going to kill it. I hope he kills it, man. I hope he does this time and time and time again. Because that flick that he did when Diogo Dalot passed the ball to him, and then he was like cornered into this like very weird place in the touchline or the byline, whatever it's called. And he flicked it back to Dalot. I don't know how he did it because 2 players had him covered. There was like barely any space. He flicked it back to Dalot. Dalot puts in a cross, although we miss it. Eriksen missed it. But it was an amazing cross and it was an amazing flick by Anthony. And he had done everything right. He pressed as well. He pressed amazingly. And then he was given an assist by Rashford, a beautiful ball. Like Bruno was fouled in the process. Bruno gave it to Sancho. Sancho gave it to Rashford. Rashford gave it to Anthony. And Anthony scored with like all the calmness in the world. He was like, that's how you do it, kids. 100 million for me, bitches. It was amazing. And the way he scored, I loved it. He went to the fans and he was like, he kissed the badge. Although he kissed the Ajax badge a couple of days ago, so his mouth was a little, all over the place. But that's not the point. He scored, he kissed the badge. Even Lukaku did it when he was in Chelsea. But that's a different story. That's not important right now. Amazing. Loved that goal. Loved it. And then we were like getting a little cornered by Arsenal in the second half when it started. It was a little concerning. I'll tell you this. I know all of this because I watched a lot of post-match analysis and all of that, post-match reactions from all these Arsenal fans. Shout out to Adam McCullough, Manchester United stands, all of these guys like Mark Goldbridge and everybody. I watched their analysis and I watched their reactions because I could not watch the match. It was a tragedy. I don't know how Vodafone is the worst network. I don't know how they are still up and running. Because every time you need internet, Vodafone is like, I'm sorry man, we are busy man. I don't care about internet. I'm like, that's your job man. So I was trying to, first of all, there is no range here. I'm in it's in the middle of a goddamn forest. And there is no internet connection here. Almost none. Like I'm living on 2 bars. And I was trying to, how does my fate come to this every time? Every time something important has to happen, something gets fucked up. It's just how life is. The router got fucked in an electric circuit or something. I don't know what happened. So the router was not working, Wi-Fi was not there. Now Vodafone, I have to depend on Vodafone. Who depends on Vodafone? Who is like relying on Vodafone? If somebody held me to a gunpoint and was like, show me a video on your phone and I will release you. I'll take the gun and I'll kill myself because Vodafone is not loading. Vodafone will never load. That is such a shit network. So I was trying to, I knew that my luck is going to be like this. So I was like, exactly when the match starts, I know my 1 GB, 1.5 GB is going to exhaust. Surely I knew of that. So I was like about 30 minutes in, even when it was like buffering. I was like, I need to get that 19 rupees pack, that 1 GB pack that you get for 1 day. I was looking on Paytm, I was looking to recharge, and they were like, Mumbai, anywhere in Mumbai, you cannot recharge from 8 PM to 8 AM. And I was like, what if your life depends on it? This is what I'm talking about. If my life depends on Vodafone, then I will kill myself. Because Vodafone is not going to save you. It's that shit network. Anyways, I watched the highlights after that. That time it was working very well. I think Vodafone knows that you are doing something important. Because if you are doing something important, Vodafone will be like, got you. I think Vodafone is a huge prank on all its customers. Vodafone is a prank on its customers. That's what it is. Like we used to record podcasts and my Wi-Fi network was always amazing. So I had to rely on Vodafone, which is the biggest mistake. Every time we started streaming, recording the podcast, we used to do it on Zoom. And every time I started doing it, immediately Vodafone, got you. Why are you relying on me? Every time I give you clear signs that you need to switch and still you don't. I really need to switch. I need to switch to Airtel or Jio. But I am too lazy to do it. And my laziness I think I should blame it on my laziness, but I'm sitting here right now, blaming it on Vodafone. When I know Vodafone is useless, I should switch. But I'm so lazy that I will never do that. Anyways, coming back to Manchester United. I was trying to, watch the match. All the time it was buffering. After that, I watched the highlights and I saw that Marcus Rashford goal. Amazing pass by Bruno Fernandes. What a pass by Bruno Fernandes. I don't know, some moments he's a real bitch to watch. I know sometimes he's like too much. Always crying. Every time he has the ball, somebody fouls him. He just makes he just makes a scene of it. I don't think Bruno is like you. If you are in a relationship with Bruno Fernandes, that has to be the worst relationship ever. Like every time you are trying to break up, he just starts crying. He's like, he's going to the people next to you in the restaurant where the girl is trying to break up with you. He's like, come here, no, she's trying to break up. What is this, man? Give her a card, give her a card. And he's just like lying on the ground with his hand on his legs and rolling around like a little bitch. And the girl is like, what did I do? That's what he does most of the matches. And that's what he did the whole last season. The whole last season, he was like, I'm like, you play. At least, like, my God, the last season he was abysmal. He was abysmal to watch. Like, he and Ronaldo, both of them. I think it's the Portugal DNA. Like, the whole game, they were like, at least touch the ball and then be like, hey. Ronaldo did that today. Every time he did not get the ball, he was like, here I am. I know you are visible. That everybody is marking you. That's why nobody is passing you the ball. You are very much visible. You are visible on the bench. People are marking you on the bench. Nobody is passing you. That is why. Make some good. He made some good runs. He did not get the ball. It was unlucky for Ronaldo, I must say. To say the least, it was not. And he was desperate to get goals. He was like really, really desperate to get the ball in, because he cannot sit there and watch Haaland score 10 goals in 6 Premier League games. His blood must be boiling right now. Like, this Haaland kid, my God, this motherfucker. I don't know. I don't think he'd be like, I'm proud of you. Football is safe. In the next generation, my legacy will continue. No. He's like, how this kid is scoring and I'm not scoring. He came on in some second half sometime, I don't know. He made some great passes. He did some really good things. I like Ronaldo. He's amazing. Ronaldo is a legend. Ronaldo is the GOAT. But he's a crybaby. He cries a lot. He's a lot like Bruno Fernandes, but Bruno Fernandes is right now a lot more effective than Ronaldo is, because Bruno Fernandes can press as well. He's amazing. And he made that ball to Rashford, and it was such a great ball. And all these people who say Kevin De Bruyne and Bruno Fernandes, they don't even belong in the same league. I think Bruno is that good when he is at his best. He has the vision to like feed people in that box. He is amazing, but it's his bitchiness that is what like makes him so hateable. Like, I think if you are on the pitch with Bruno Fernandes, you are just holding yourself like this. I'm going to punch this motherfucker. If he does one more dive, I'll punch him. If he cries one more time, even the referees must be like, hey, fuck off. This guy again. Every time the referees are around him, oh shit, the ball's with Bruno. Oh my God, he better pass this ball to someone, or this is going to be a big scene. We have to like now get cards and everything. It's a whole ordeal with Bruno. Every time he has the ball, every time he's off the ball, every time the camera is on him, it's too much with Bruno. But I think it's worth it when he produces quality. And he produced that quality today. He was amazing today. He made 2 assists. Rashford made the first assist, and the 2 goals that Rashford put in. No, the second goal was assisted by Eriksen, if I'm not wrong. And both the goals, very important goals. We gave Arsenal a run for their money, and then finally all their ego, it got vanquished today. If that's the right word. 5 games in a run against Bournemouth. Everybody can score against Bournemouth. Bournemouth got kicked on their ass by Liverpool, who drew with Everton 0-0. What does that say about Bournemouth? And what does that say about your 5 games in a row run victory? I don't know. So Arsenal, you need to calm down. Arsenal fans, you just sit down. You are not going to win the league. It's not happening. And if it happens, I will cry. I will cry for sure. But it will not happen. I'll give you that much. And this red glasses that I have got, it's for Manchester United. The Red Devils. Fuck. We are on the right path. I'm by no means am I saying that we are going to win the Premier League. I'm not sure if we'll even win the Europa League. We got Shakhtar and all. No, I don't know I don't know who we have in the stage, in our group stage, whatever. But I don't care. We are doing very well. 4 games in a row victory. I wish we had a clean sheet, but okay. It's okay. And Martin has got a little bullied, but he's still the butcher. He's still amazing. Tyrell Malacia also got a little, shaky because let's face it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. Let's face it. It was a tough game because Arsenal were coming in with so much confidence. They were like, "Oh yeah, we are going to win the league, man. We are just amazing. Gabriel Jesus, we just called and booked the fucking title." No, they're not going to win the league. But they put in a tough match. They had possession. They dominated possession. The second half, they were very, very good. And Tyrell Malacia looked a little shaky, but all of them did amazingly well. They were very, very passionate. Scott McTominay made such an amazing block. My God, it would have been 3-2 if it weren't for Scott McTominay. And De Gea made some great stops. It was a great game to watch. The highlights, it was great to watch. I mean, because Vodafone happened. But I think that's the note I will sign off on. I know I was all over the place because I could not watch the match, but it was very, very fun to finally have 4 victories in a row after that disgusting start. What a shit start. And now we are, building towards something that's very, very positive. And I hope we win the next match. I don't know who the next match is against. I'll need to check. But I think we'll win that. I hope we win that. But I dread the day we face Man City. Because they look... by the way, they also drew. Fucking... But Haaland, my God, 10 goals in just 6 games. That man is on some drugs. I don't know what he's on, but he just knows where the ball is going to be. I think he goes to a tarot card reader, and the tarot card reader is like, on the 96th minute, the ball will drop right next to the far post. You need to be there and just tap it in. Before every game, I think he goes to some tarot card reader or some fortune teller who is telling him where the ball is going to be, because nobody reads the game like he is doing right now. He just knows that is where his positional sense is just extraordinary, to say the least. And if we face him, and if Martinez has to face him, there are some concerns there, because Martinez and Haaland is very, very, very strong. He can like Martinez would stand next to him and he'll be like, he'll just give him one knock on the head and Martinez will fall. So that will be interesting to see how Martinez deals with Haaland. If that day is to come, when that day is to come, I don't know when that day is to come. And if that day comes, and when that day comes, I'm afraid that Manchester United will, concede a lot of goals. I hope they don't. I hope we win against City when we face them. But the form that Haaland is in right now, it's very, very troubling for all the other Premier League teams. Anyway, we are going upwards in the Premier League table, which is a good thing to sign off on. Amazing. And if you stuck it through to the end of 45 minutes, congratulations on that. Pat yourself on the back. Amazing job you did, Sarodi and Sarodi Co. I am signing off. Tata, bye bye, good night. Bye bye.